Hello everyone, welcome to the Bento channel, and you are going to be watching my Fate Grand Order Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia episode 18 reaction. This is a great episode, and before we even get into the festas or the goodness, I gotta ask you guys, please help this channel reach 1K subscribers. We are almost there, you guys. We're just almost there. We need less than 200 subscribers. So if you could real quick, just hit the subscribe button. But with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Fate Grand Order episode 18, Primordial Star Gazing Towards the Sky. So this episode, in my opinion, was pretty good. We kind of start off, well, the biggest thing about this episode, I should say, is the speech with Gilgamesh, because Mash and Ritsuka are kind of down on their luck. They're kind of depressed about what's happened with Tiamat after this big battle. All these people have died. The city's practically destroyed. And Gilgamesh is like, well, they're like, we didn't even make a difference. Like, all these people died. And Gilgamesh is like, no. Since 500 people have survived, you've made a difference. That is the difference you've made. There is still hope. People are still alive. Not everything was lost. So there's still something to fight for. And I actually really enjoyed this speech. I thought this speech was fantastic, especially coming after pretty much this brutalization of Uruk. So this is pretty great to see. I really enjoyed this. This was a great moment, especially for Gilgamesh. Also, one of my other favorite scenes in this episode was Kingu confronting Gilgamesh. And, like, at this point, like, his body is failing. Like, I think the Grail was taken from him. And so his body is, like, not necessarily completely falling apart or anything like that. Well, I think it is. Maybe his arm falls off. I can't remember exactly what happens. Somebody in the comments, of course, can tell me. But essentially, like, it just gets pretty crazy, and Kingu's like, honestly, where is everyone? Oh, this has been like a whole thing where the podcast has been delayed for months. I don't think anybody's really going to show up here, but I appreciate Pluto Speedy Gamer for you showing up, and Luna Lupus. His vision of how everything was going to turn out was going to be way worse. Yeah. But Kingu confronts Gilgamesh. And this scene was great because Gilgamesh is like, hey, like, you're in Enkidu's body. You are, like, you look like him. You pretty much are him. So, like, I want to be friends with you. Like, I still respect you. And he gives Kingu, some of his Grail to basically restore his body. I believe that's how it works. I like this scene. I thought this was like a really cool scene. I'm not sure if it's underrated. If any of you guys have interacted in the community, like, is this scene underrated, or do people really like it? Because I could definitely see this scene going a little underrated, going a little under the radar. So after this scene, we see Gilgamesh and Romani Conti. This is not ReZero. Yeah, very touching scene. Very, very touching scene. We see Gilgamesh and Romani. They come up with this plan. And this is actually a pretty interesting plan, I think. They want to use Quetzalcoatl's Sunstone to basically destroy the mud around Tiamat so that Tiamat can't advance. And I love this scene because knowing what comes after, it's basically like just Tiamat has like a plan for everything. Tiamat's just like, oh, I don't got no mud to travel anymore. Fucking fly. But that is, of course, you know, spoiler for the upper of their episodes. But I assume if you're watching this, you've already seen it. Yeah. And so we basically go to this big fight, this huge fight. This fight's awesome. Like, this was a great fight. Of course, it only gets better in the next episodes. But this fight is great because we see evil, tainted alter Ushiwakamaru. I don't know if is she alter in this? Like, is she an altered evil version, like how Jean Alter is. I don't know how that works. But she's basically been tainted by the mud. And this was so great. As much as complaints I have about Ushiwaka, and it's mostly just her outfit, man, do I freaking love it whenever she's in a fight. Because her fights are always just some of the coolest fights. It's so cool. I want to go watch it again after this if I could. Hitachibo, though, returns. Just corrupted, not necessarily an author. Okay. Thank you for that. Hitachibo, he returns. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to redeem myself. And I'm going to try to redeem Ushiwaka for what happened to her. And he sacrifices himself. And it doesn't work. And this also begins the pure, just not pure, that's the wrong word. The list of sacrifices that happen. Like, this is the start of the domino effects of all the sacrifices that happen that don't work. It's so great. Like, everybody just shows up. Everybody and their grandmother shows up and they're like, I'll sacrifice myself to defeat Tiamat. No, I'll sacrifice myself. Oh, and that didn't work? Well, maybe my sacrifice will. This next part is great. Quetzalcoatl uses the Piedra del Sol to kill Ushiwaka. Like, one of the coolest. Quetzalcoatl as like some of the coolest noble phantasms. Ultimo Tope Patata was fantastic. Which is just like the name of a wrestling move. It's the name of a wrestling move from Mexico, I think. I know the Tope Suicida is a wrestling move. Which I think there's a move she used in the past called like a Tope Suicida or something. But either way, she uses the Piedra del Sol to kill Ushiwaka, and uses her other noble phantasm, or maybe that is the Piedra del Sol, that cleanses the mud around Tiamat. And then Tiamat's just like, ha ha ha, suckers, I can fly. And she just flies, and it's like, oh crap, damn it. She could just fly over it. Why didn't we even think of that? She's just creator of all life, so I mean, she probably could do that. This is great. And I like how she like hovers as well. She just hovers very slowly. It's so cool. It's so funny. Yeah, and then Quetzalcoatl sacrifices herself using the Ultimo Tope Patata. This is one of the coolest noble phantasm names I've ever seen. I also love how she's always like, hola! Quetz was very underrated until Babylonia. Glad they gave her these moments. Yeah, dude, she's so cool. I mean, earlier in the episodes, she throws a giant axe. She's just the best. She's the best. Quetzalcoatl's awesome. I love her. But this Ultimo Tope Patata, it just like kind of damages Tiamat's horn a little bit. Doesn't really do much. And then at the end of this episode, Gorgon appears. Although, as we'll learn in the next episode, it's not exactly just Gorgon. This episode was awesome. I love this episode. Though I think the last 4 episodes of Fate Grand Order were pretty terrific, and I think this was kind of the start of it being great. NP translates to ultimate top rope kick. There you go. Ultimo Tope Patata. I like saying patata. Patata's fun to say. It's a fun word. But yeah, Gorgon appears out of nowhere. And I wonder if she's going to be like, I will sacrifice myself. We'll have to find out in the next episode. But the animation in this episode was tremendous. At this point, this is the point where like the animation just wraps up. It was also really cool to see what happened Ushiwaka. Although I'm gonna just say it. I know like a lot of people love Ushiwaka, and I love Ushiwaka just as much as the next person. She's adorable. She's fantastic. She's an incredibly powerful character, and all of her action scenes are amazing. And I love almost every moment she's in, and I would love her to be I would love her to get her own show where she's just the main character. But man, that design really just takes something away from her, and I don't know what it is about it. I don't think it's the fact that her boobs are hanging out, because as most people will know with me, I don't care about that. Like, have sexy characters all you want. I don't get mad about Ishtar or Mash. I just think her design's ugly. That's it. I just think that, like, I think I was talking to Satsuki the Savage, great YouTuber, by the way, and the conversation got on Ushiwaka. And we were talking about it, and he said it's like she went into an antique store naked and came out with what she has on. And I think that's kind of why I don't like her character design. I just don't think it's ugly, you know? It just doesn't look as good as the other characters. The anime did skip a great Jaguar Warrior moment where she releases her final ascension form. Oh my god, I need to final ascension form, not Oh, I need to see this. I need to see this. Link me on Twitter or somewhere in the comment section. Link to that. I would love to see that. Because I love Jaguar Warrior or Jaguar Man or whatever her name is. Fujine, whatever you want to call her. But yeah, just to wrap up on Ushiwaka, I just think she needs a better outfit, you know? Like, I was thinking she would look pretty cool in, like, the Sango from Inuyasha's outfit. Like, something altered from that. I think that would look really cool on her. And also the cat ears. I just don't like the cat ears. The cat ears make it kind of look a little tacky. Not that her whole outfit didn't already before. But outside of that, yeah, the animation was great. The music as well. I think, quote me if I'm wrong on that, but for this anime, did they, like, this studio, Cloverworks, didn't they, like, get all their best talent on this? I think I heard something like that. Luna Lupus, you'll definitely probably know for sure. Yeah, it was. Well, you can tell, they're like, just everything is so hyper produced really well. This is a great episode. I really liked it. I really did. If not for just the Quetzalcoatl and Ushiwaka moments. Oh, and Hitachibo. I want to when I say Hitachibo, I always want to say Hitarabochi from that one Slice of Life show. But that's my final thoughts on episode 18 of Fate Grand Order Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia. But yeah, that's the end of my episode 19 reaction and my thoughts on the episode. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. Follow me on all these social media platforms, on Twitch, on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it as well. You can support me through Teespring. I have a Teespring where I sell merch. And as well, you can join you can click the join button on my main channel, on the Sea Tactics channel, and you will get access to a bunch of cool perks like early videos. So I would greatly appreciate that if you could as well. Make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like the video, comment down below. What are your thoughts on episode 19 of Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia, or episode 18 of Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.